Hey folks, how you all doing? So, Lynne bid on a mystery box of LPs on eBay over the last couple of weeks. She ended up winning the box. There's about 25 albums in here, second-hand albums, and she won the auction for about $30. That's just over $1 for a record, which is really, really good, plus delivery, of course. It's in Australia, so delivery was only about $25, so $55. About $55 for 25 albums. That works out roughly $2 each, which is really good. Some really good ones in here. A couple of artists that Lynne and I love, as in Gene Pitney and Neil Sedaka. A few of their albums in here, which is really, really good. A couple of them we don't have between us, so that adds to the collection. It's well worth it for that. So let's have a quick look at what we got in this mystery box from eBay the last couple of days. We've got this one. It's a pretty good album. Some of his better songs there from movies. Including Charo, for example, and Flaming Star, which you normally don't see on a lot of compilation albums of Elvis, and they're really, really good songs. So if you've never heard of them, Charo and Flaming Star, well worth it. You get the usual suspects on here as well: Jailhouse Rock, Rock'n'Rolla Baby, GI Blues, Wild in the Country is another one you don't see very often. King Creole, Blue Hawaii, Follow That Dream, Girls, 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 Viva Las Vegas, Bossa Nova Baby, etc., etc. So yeah, pretty good pickup for that one. Picked up another Elvis in the set, Blue Christmas. Just a bit of an expansion on his Elvis Christmas album, which was originally released in 1958. So there's a couple of extra tracks on there, I believe. So yeah, good one. Hits of the Flicks. 16 movie tracks. Yeah, you can pause that if you want to look at all those. Here comes the several Gene Pitney albums. And these are really, really good condition as well. Really, really, they've been cleaned nicely, cleaned up for sale, which is really good. Pitney's Big 16, we don't actually have this album, but between us we have all of these songs. They're pretty much, it's the who's who of Gene Pitney, pretty much, these songs. Another compilation. Another compilation there, double LP from Gene Pitney. Lovely gatefold sleeve there. Bay City Rollers. Neither of us have any Bay City Rollers albums. I think Lynne might have one somewhere. I vaguely remember seeing one somewhere. So yeah, not a fan, but I will give that a listen at some point, just because I can, right? We already both own this album. Really, really good album. Paul Young, No Parlay, includes the hits Come Back and Stay and Wherever I Lay My Hat and Love of the Common People. And of course, there's a cover of Joy Division's Love Will Tear Us Apart on there as well. Really, really good album. This one's going to eventually probably be used as a frisbee because neither of us care for Midnight Oil. It's the species Deceases. It's an EP that was released in 1985, 4-track EP. As I said, that will, as we both said, that will be a frisbee at some time, or I might just keep it just because of the label. What a cool label. There you go. This one's a bit weather worn. Steppenwolf greatest hits, a bit weathered. Seen this, see what the record's like. There's a few scuff marks on it, but I think that might play. If it doesn't, there'll be quite a few hisses and crackles on that. But you never know, it might do okay. Not overly familiar with Steppenwolf. I know a couple of their songs. Magic Carpet Ride. What's on the other side here? Born to Be Wild. That's probably pretty much all I could name at this stage, but I probably have heard a few of these. We have a compilation LP. You can pause that again and have a look. So that's obviously from about 1979-ish, 78, 79, because Dreadlock Holiday, Sultans of Swing, Grease, Rasputin, etc. Rivers of Babylon. There you go. Smoky compilation. Really, I actually have this on. I don't know if I have this on vinyl or not. I'm pretty sure I do. I definitely have it on compact disc. But yeah, look at those hits on there. Fabulous band. They had a huge string of hits in that mid to late 70s period. Now we're on to the Neil Sedaka albums. We both have this, or no, Lynne has this in her collection. I mean, look at all those hits on there, especially side one. Absolutely brilliant. I've got another compilation here. It's a double-sided, so one side of it is Neil Sedaka hits on one side, and the other side is Gene Pitney. So that's really good. Two of our favourites on a K-Tel LP. Neil Sedaka collection, double vinyl. Damage on there. It's a bit. The records are fine. It's just the covers are a bit damaged. I don't think either of us have this album. Emergence. I don't have it, and I haven't seen it in Lynne's record collection. Both have that. Another compilation. These Neil Sedaka ones seem to be compilation albums, but that's okay. That's okay. Apart from that one or two down there that I said we don't have. Another compilation, which is cool. You can't get enough of Neil, or we can't get enough of Neil Sedaka in our opinion. This album is called A Song. We don't have this in our collection, so this is going to be a really good listen. 1977. Amarillo's on this album. So Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, 40 tracks, 2 LP set. KTEL. KTEL in Australia, I don't know what they were like or if they even existed in the rest of the world, but it was a budget label, so you'd often get these compilation albums on the KTEL label here in Australia anyway, and they were always well worth it. They were always just that couple of dollars less than a full price album on a decent label, and you had all the hits. They were usually very well packaged. I'll show you the KTEL label. Come in many colours, the KTEL label. That's a purple one there. Little river band. There you are. Is this their debut album? This might well have been their debut album, with Curiosity Killed the Cat a long way there on it. Great, great. Another gatefold sleeve. John Paul Young, he was an Australian rock pop singer, pop idol, pin-up boy for all the teenage girls in the 1970s there. I think Love Is In The Air. I think he had an international hit with Love Is In The Air. That track was actually written by Vanda and Young, who were from Flash in the Pan and the Easy Beats back in the day. And George Young, who is the Young in Vanda and Young, is the older brother of Malcolm and Angus from AC/DC. The Doug Addicks Fireside Companion. What a rude album. Couldn't even tell you what this is. Oh, Doug Mulray. Doug Mulray. He was Australian or New Zealand, I think. Doug Mulray Band had a big hit called Jump In My Car, and I think in the late 80s or the early 1990s, David Hasselhoff, he recorded a version of it, like a novelty type version with Kit from Knight Rider in it, but the original version of that song was by Doug Mulray or Ted Mulray, I don't remember. Ted Mulray, I think. I may have got it all totally wrong apart from the surname. I don't know. Red Gum, they were a folk band from Australia. They had a huge hit called I Was Only 19, which was about a young 19-year-old going to Vietnam for the Vietnam War. Sort of an anti-war song, I guess, to a degree. Motels there. To be honest with you, I don't know any of the songs on this album. The only album of theirs I've heard and I've owned is the one with Take the L out of Lover. The album that one comes off. I don't know anything about this album, so this will be an interesting listen anyway. Howard Jones, Human Lib. This is the final one. What a cool album cover. I know the songs off this. I have them on 7-inch vinyl. What Is Love and New Song, I have those on 7-inch. So I'm thinking this might be his debut album, maybe. This was the one before Dream Into Action, was it? The one with Life in One Day, Things Can Only Get Better, New Mama, and No One Is to Blame. I think this was the one before that, Human Lib. We'll just have a quick look at this, make sure. Okay, so there's the Inner Slave there, it's got the lyrics. Yeah, that looks pretty good condition there. It's just a bit of dust on there. So yeah, that's it. It's about 25 albums. Picked up some good ones in there. Howard Jones, for example. The Motels, don't even know that album. Steppenwolf's Greatest Hits might be a good one. There's a couple of Neil Sedaka's we don't have that are there, and I think one or two Gene Pitney studio albums that we don't have. So yeah, I think Lynne got her money's worth with that collection from that eBay auction. So yeah, anyway guys, sorry I'm a bit down today. I've got a bit of flu happening and not feeling too well, and yeah, so, but anyway, that's neither here or there. So yeah, we're gonna have some pleasant listening to a few of these albums. Anyway guys, leave your comments in the comment section below if you have any of these albums, and the ones I said, ooh, you know, don't know about, etc, etc. Let me know what you think of them in the comment section. Anyway guys, stay safe, take care, all for now, and bye folks.